welcome back. This is Built Mike's Way, and I'm Mike. This is our Harley Davidson project, and this thing's kind of been a hidden jewel just because it's been 2 years since I've had it. I'm finally getting around to getting it done. There was just a lot of things that happened with this truck. I lost all the data for it, all the content I had for it. My hard drive crashed and I lost like half the whole project. Second, we were moving. I was in a garage that I was like renting, or actually my buddy let me stay at for free. I just never got over there to work on it enough, and then as soon as I got into it, we bought a house, and then I put it on the back burner because I got the Lightning, and then I've been working on the 34 and the Lightning and the Pantera. So this one is finally getting done. This is going to be the only video on this truck probably. I'm going to finish putting the front end together right now. I just finished it welding in the core support, and I hope you really enjoy it because this is the only video you're going to get. Welcome back. This is Built Mike's Way, and I'm Mike. We're going to get to work on the Harley truck today. We're going to cut the core support out, or most of it, just so it makes it a little easier to bring the engine out. We're going to bring it up out of no weird angles or really be fighting with it like the last people did here. They did a terrible job at putting this engine in, whoever did it last time. And you can tell, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but they just monkeyed up a lot of everything. They bent up this edge. It is, it's pretty bad. So we're actually gonna cut it out and put a brand new one in there. So hope you guys stick around, and we are gonna get to it here. Okay, here I am pulling out the original engine that has actually a rod knock. If you've ever taken one of these engines out of the Lightnings or the Harley Davidsons, you have to do the motor mounts before you can take it off. So it really makes it a little tough putting the engine in and out. So you have to pull the motor mounts before you can get the engine all the way out, unless you take the cab off. So keep that in mind. Alright guys, we're going to be swapping out our knock sensor because the one on the old engine, the wires were actually bare. I don't know if you can see that. So they were just needing to be replaced, and considering this is under the intake manifold, and before I put that on, I want to make sure that that's good. Everything else looked good. There's a sensor right there, a temp sensor. Everything looks good on it. The wires look good, so we're not going to worry about that one too much. But we're going to get right to it and get this intake on here and try to get some of this button up, bridge back on maybe, and a couple other things. So thanks for sticking around. Here we are, just getting the wire loom all sorted out, trying to get everything back in a place where it's supposed to be so we can slide the intake in without having a lot of problems. Also cleaning up the gasket area for the heads to meet the intake. There we go. I accidentally turned down the light. Not too bad. Actually, it's running a little rich at one point. Alright guys, it looked pretty good. This is a perfect example of what your engine looks like when you don't have a catch can and you don't have your oil separator, you don't have an EGR delete. This is what your engine insides are going to look like. They're going to be more oily. I promise you, these back two cylinders get it the worst because that's where the supercharger feeds it in from the most. Valve chambers are looking pretty good. Transmission. $629.18. Well, these are the two factory marks for the Lightning and the 99. The engine builder did this. What's a fun fact is this is my engine builder for the original engine out of this truck in 2002. And just like that, she set right into place. Let you guys have a good look. My girlfriend's actually picking up a plug for the turkey pan delete. And we're gonna have to get a new pulley for this. We got a few things to come. We got manifolds. We got crank pulley, torque converter bolts. Quite a few things to get done. Intercooler. We got a new fuel filter. We're just gonna get right to it today. Hope you guys stick around. Rinse this thing off here a little bit, see what she's looking like. Oh wow. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but man. I can't not tell you how many cans of brake clean I put into this thing. And it looks almost brand new right after that. Jamie's gonna attempt to start the Harley truck for the first time. Jamie, would you like to go inside and start it? Good. Don't shift the gear at all. Okay. Try it. That is weird. The actual real reason why the truck wouldn't start was the resistor for the fuel pump on the front core support wasn't actually plugged in, so that's why it wasn't starting. Alright, as you can see, she's wanting the fire. It's a little smoky in here now. I'm going to go ahead and recharge the jump pack. I probably need to go pick up a new battery, but stick around. We'll have this thing running before long. Here I am drilling out all the spot welds for the core support so we can get that replaced and get the new one in and get this truck finished up. Here I am installing the new weld-in core support. If you guys are putting one of these in, make sure you take the time, line it up, double check your fitment so your truck looks nice and good with the gaps. Here we are, we just primered some of the welds from the core support, and the battery tray area was terrible, so we went ahead and wire wheeled it, put some new paint on it. Here we are, I'm putting the bumper back on it, but the alignment was terrible, so I had to move it over, and actually I also had to shim it so it was lined up correctly to the fenders, which made a huge difference. It looks a lot better. The front end is all back together. We got to get it clean. Most of the inside's all put back together. I still have the cowling here. I put in the windshield wiper reservoir. I do got to get a filter for this thing. Everything else is pretty much in. I got to put the cowling back on up the windshield, and I'm going to call that pretty much done. So we're really wrapping it up here. We got just a few things left on this, and the Harley truck is done and out of our lives. We're going to put it up for sale, move on to the next project, dump some money into the other ones.